YouTube family. Hey, if you are who you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Oh, yeah. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most handsome of them all? Come one, come two, come more, come all. A healthy spirit before a fall. Let them all say, I am somebody. I am somebody. But not until somebody, you get the hint. Today's video is overcoming the ego. Egotism. How do we overcome the ego? A man by the name of Sigmund Freud, a psychoanalyst, gave his ideas about the conscious and the unconscious, or the ego and the superego. In his studies, he said the first 3 years of our lives, we developed the ego, and around age 5, we developed the superego. What is this? Ego. I mean, how do we overcome this? Ego. What is it? I like to call the ego the mediator. It is the prelude between person and reality. It is me, the self, and I, the ego. Conceit. An exaggerated sense of self-importance. Self-awareness. Interesting. So the ego is necessary, but too much of it is not good. So how do we overcome this? How do we overcome the ego? First, I would say, focus on growth. Yeah, this is big. Focus on growth, because some of the worst advice to tell a person is to never change when nothing stays the same. You want to grow and develop from your old self. So focus on growth and development. Another way to overcome the ego is to take the high road. Now, this was big for me. Look, if you did something to me, the story wouldn't end right there. So the way to overcome the ego is take the high road sometimes. Fellas, don't be a Petty Murphy. Ladies, don't be a Petty LaBelle. Take the high road is another way to overcome the ego. Be tender loving, open-hearted. Another way to overcome the ego is to be equally loving. Give elbow room. Don't look down. The fastest way to fall is looking down while walking. And the fastest way to ego trip is to look down on others. See, none of us is above reproach. So the fastest way, another way to overcoming the ego is being equally loving. And this open-heartedness will give you a better sense of well-being. You will find connection. You will no longer feel separate or separated from the world or others. You see, when pride comes comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. Take heed to what I'm saying. So, how do we overcome this? Ego. Now, even though the ego is necessary, when utilized correctly, it's a survival defensive mechanism. It acts as a guardian until we break through. This is how you overcome the ego. You want to live free and express yourself fully. So this is how you overcome the ego. See, overcomers, another way to overcome the ego is to not be afraid of death. Not be afraid to kill the ego. You see, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. So overcomers, take the high road. Don't be afraid to die. Long live my king and queen. Overcomers. Open the gate. High five. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Peace.